and jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space?
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Austin Desperados. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. Leading!
Watch the slide. Watch the slide.
Go.
Break down. Check.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Wentz. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 27 yards there, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
He's crossing. He's checking. Check 99.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Run.
Switch.
Check 26. 6-6, pull it high. Kill.
25's the mark.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Completes it to Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
Check. Lucky. Tighten up.
Brown.
They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think out there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ready? Blue ready. Check 55, Mike. Hey, flip it, flip it, flip it. Green, 17.
First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Night, sweetheart. Easy. Hey, come on, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Bang, bang, bang. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Lawrence. A 3rd down gain of 19. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Shift. Let me go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I got you. My game. Stay with your man. Green, 17. Off.
So that'll back him up 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Easy. Motion.
Jameis to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. It's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Let's go.
25 yards that time. Into the red zone. Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Hey, Haywood!
Check back. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. 47. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Where's 57?
47. Check back.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete. Right around the 8. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Robert Kimdichie able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready? Blue, white. Hey, thumb. White. Easy. Hey.
Mike, hey!
Winston from the gun on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Draw play, Winston to Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Mike, hey.
From the gun, Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Slam.
Two jet.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
5-9. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 12. Wentz steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come off the ball.
Two Jack.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
This is done. This is done.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Hey, let's get there.
To throw, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A run by Foreman to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 31, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Wentz. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Toss play, Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Into the secondary again. And finally brought down at the 38. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, this is Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This is the tight end, Njoku.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Wentz now to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Sunday. Shoot, kill.
Let's go.
Now Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Foreman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A carry for Foreman, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second and 12, Winston, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Winston. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Flip it. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, D. Let's go. White. Come on. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's go.
Now Winston on fourth down. He's going to float this. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Running with Kamara. And an alley to run. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. The 20. Kim. We want this.
Here's Coleman. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. They will run again with Coleman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
34 yards there and a first down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I'm letting you know right now.
Here's Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready? You ready? Check 55 tonight. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Easy. Mark 55. Mark 55. All day. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Lefty.
Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. He's coming. We got double up. You go tight. Sunday. You got tight right there. Alert flare.
On the ground, Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side, Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 24, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Easy. Staying open. Green, triple T.
Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check. Switch.
Here's Foreman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Double time.
On third down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First down, Winston. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double tight. 3 down. Easy. Mike, 8. Flip it. Here we go.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it. This is caught at the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Saints, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?